Okay, Assalamu alaikum, grade 11 general. Now this is the part 2 video for the 11 general revision. And in this video, I'm going to continue the lessons that I started in my part 1 video. Part 1 had lessons 1 to 3, and this video will have lessons 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this video is in 11 for 11 general studying in ATHS schools. Okay, now the title of the lesson is chemical changes. Now you need to know 3 words. Number 1 is a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction is a change. Very important to know that there is a change. Okay, type. And there is the word reactants and there is the word products. Usually reactants are the starting substances, products are the end substances. So any chemical reaction is represented by reactants, arrow, products. Okay, anything before the arrow is called reactant, anything after the arrow is called product, and all this together is called a chemical reaction. Okay, for example, for the following reaction, identify the reactants and products. CaCO3 solid, so we have CaCO3, decomposes to form CaO and CO2. Okay, so to form means to make. To form means I put the arrow. Now the reactants are no, this is wrong. Okay, so the reactants are CaCO3 and the product is CaO and CO2. Sorry, excuse me, this is a typing mistake. Okay, now let's look at this chemical reaction. First of all, is there a reaction taking place? How will you know? لازم يكونوا reactants different than the products. Like here, for example, I have red bonded with red, red bonded with red. Here it is red bonded with whites. So this one is changed, okay? And this black is bonded to whites. Here the black is bonded to red. So this is called a chemical reaction because the products are different than the reactants. Now these are the things that we start with and these are the things that we end with. So the reactants are the starting material. This is CH4 plus 2O2. The products are the ending materials. This is CO2 plus 2H2O. Yeah, okay, now pause the video and do this question. Okay, pause the video and read the question. Remember, the things that I start with are called reactants, and after the arrow are called products. So these two are reactants, these two are products. Sometimes they don't write for you the two, this is okay. Now the law of conservation of mass. طبعا it says mass cannot be created nor destroyed. Okay? In simple, you have to know that the mass of reactants should be equal to the mass of products. Okay, for example, here I have this is the reactant. How much is the mass? 10. Now these two are the products. Now this is 0.6 and 9.4. Add 0.6 plus 9.4, you should get 10. 0.6 plus 9.4 is equal to 10. So the arrow represents equal. Anything on the right and the left should be equal to the right. Okay, so the mass of reactants should be equal to the mass of products. This is the law of conservation of mass. Now let's do this question. If 35 grams of W, so this W is 35 grams, combines with Z to form 60 grams of WZ. This is 60 grams. لو سألني what are the reactants? Okay, so what do I answer? I should answer W plus Z. Now what are the products? It is WZ. What about the masses? The masses should be equal. So if this is 60, this is 35, how much should this one be? So I will say 60 minus 35. The answer is 25. Okay, now pause the video and answer the question. What are the reactants in this chemical reaction? Is an reactants anything before the arrow? ZnS plus SS. This will give you ZnSS. Now let me stop at these letters between the brackets or parentheses. You will see the letter S, L, G, and AQ. Whenever you see the letter S, this means that the substance is solid. Okay, whenever you see L, this means it is a liquid. Whenever you see G, this means it's a gas. Whenever you see AQ, means it is aqueous, and aqueous means that the substance is dissolved in water. Okay, anything that is dissolved in water is called aqueous. طيب. What is the product? طبعا البرودكت هو reactants بس هدول products هو ZnSS. What is the physical state for both reactants and products? When they say for you the state, this means you have to choose solid, liquid, gas, or aqueous. So I will say all of them are solids. لأنه S means solid, solid, solid. Now word equation. شو يعني word equation? Word equation means I need to change this into words. How do I change this into words? What is N? N is nitrogen. And G means gas. Plus, now 3 is 3 moles. H is hydrogen. And G is gas. Will make, or you can say will produce 2 moles of NH3. Okay, and NH3 is also a gas. Okay, so I changed my chemical reaction into a word equation. This means that this is a word equation. Now, chemical equation is a way to describe the chemical reaction using chemical formulas and other symbols. Let me list for you the symbols that are used in chemical reactions. As we just said, there is S, there is L, there is G, there is AQ, there is the arrow, there is plus, and there is this triangle. Now, S is solid, L is liquid, G is gas, AQ is aqueous, arrow is to produce, or to make. Okay, plus means reacts with, and delta means heat. Okay. Let me give you an example. How do we read this? H2G plus O2G. This will make H2OG. Okay, and here I'll put 2. Okay, now how do we read this equation? We read it as 2 moles H2 gas, 2 moles hydrogen gas. Now plus is reacts with. طبعا no number here means 1 mole. O is oxygen and G is gas. Now the arrow means to make. Okay, and delta is heat, using heat. 2. Now H2O, you can either say 2 moles H2O, or if you know that H2O is water, you can say water, H2O gas. Okay, so this is the way we write the chemical reaction. This is the way we write it in words. So whenever he says for you to change the chemical reaction into words, this is the way we change it into words. Okay, now let's do this. Identify the reactants and products, and you have to put arrows and coefficients and the symbols. Okay, let's do this. We have solid aluminium Al. How do I represent solid aluminium Al? I will simply write Al and between brackets S. This means that I have aluminium solid. Now reacts with is plus. Oxygen gas O2, I will write O2G. To form means arrow. Solid aluminium oxide Al2O3, and this is solid. Okay, now if he says for you, where are the reactants? These are the reactants. Where are the products? This is the product. Okay, what is the meaning of S? Solid. G, gas. This one means to form. This one means reacts with. Okay, now let's do this. Carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, is prepared in the liquid form by the reaction of chlorine gas, and I have Cl2 gas, and methane gas, CH4 gas. Okay, I will make CCl4 and hydrogen chloride. Okay. Now this one is easy. What are the reactants? These are called the reactants, and these are called the products. Okay, here these are the reactants, and these are called the products. So anything before the arrow is reactant, anything after the arrow is a product. Okay, what do arrows do? They separate reactants from products. إذا بين reactants والproducts بنحط arrow. Now I want you to understand what is the meaning of coefficient. اتذكروا إنه نحن كان عنا previous lesson عنا subscript. So now I have two words. I have the coefficient and I have the subscript. For example, if I have 2AlCl3, هذا التو الكبير هو اسمه coefficient وهاي اسمها subscript. Okay, so both of them are numbers. The coefficient is the big number that you write it in the beginning. Subscript is usually wrote down. Okay, time. Now these are the symbols. I already explained them to you. If you want, pause the video and read them. Okay, now let's do this question. Which of the following symbols does not match its description? يلا choose the correct answer. طبعا هاي غلط. ليش؟ لأنه aqueous means dissolved in water, not in oil. Which of the following is used to separate reactants from products? Okay, what do the symbols inside parentheses represent in the following chemical equation? What is this? What is this? What is this? And what is this? Okay, what does it mean for a chemical reaction to be balanced? شو يعني balance? Balance يعني متوازن. يعني atoms of reactants is equal to atoms of products. Okay, and also the mass of reactants is equal to the mass of products. Now, how do we balance this equation? We have Fe plus Cl2. This will give me FeCl3. Okay. طيب شو يعني balancing? Balancing يعني نخلي الatoms بالreactants equal to the atoms in products. Now I have Fe here. How many Fe's do I have? 1. Fe here is no number means 1. Now Cl here is 2. Cl here is 3. Now the Fe is okay, but the Cl here is 2, here is 3. How can I make it the same? The easiest way to make it the same is, be careful, I cannot say plus Cl. Okay, I cannot add. I cannot write number here. And I cannot change this number. I cannot change the subscript. I cannot change a number here. I can put coefficients. يعني عادي I put 6, I put 3, I put 2. Whatever numbers you put here in the beginning, it's okay. But ممنوع تحطوا subscripts. Okay? How to change the subscripts. Now how will we solve? طبعا the easiest way هي إنه نخلي هاي 6 وهاي نخليها 6. So here I will say times 3. So I'll put 3 here. Here I will say times 2. And I don't put my 2 here. I will put it here. Okay. Now notice the Cl is 3 times 2. This is 6. The Cl here is 2 times 3. This is 6. بس انتبهوا إنه ال Fe أصبحت 2. So this is not 1. This is 2. How can I make this Fe 2? So I will put 2 here. Okay. Let me give you another equation and I want you to try to balance it. If you have H2 plus O2, this will give you H2O. Okay, how many H's do I have here? 2. Here H is 2. So this is okay. O is 2. O is no number means 1. Okay, so I need to balance my oxygen. I need to multiply this one by 2. ما فيني أحط 2 هون وما فيني أحط 2 هون. I will put my 2 here. Okay, now oxygen is 2, oxygen is 2, now this is okay. But the hydrogen now is 2 times 2, this is 4. And this is 2, so I will multiply here by 2. I will make it 2H2. Now this equation is balanced, okay? Try this one. Na plus Cl2 will give you NaCl. Yalla, pause the video and try to balance. Okay. Now, second concept is define a mole. Mole is the unit of measurement in the lab. Unit of measurement in the lab. Okay, how do I measure a mole? Same, you say a cup in the kitchen, you say a spoon, you say a small spoon, teaspoon. Okay, mole is the unit of measurement in the lab. 1 mole is equivalent to 6.02 times 10 to the power 23 particles. Okay, البارتيكلز ممكن تكون atoms، ممكن تكون ions، وممكن تكون molecules. Okay, now let's see how can we use this in calculations. Okay, so this is the number. طبعا you will not memorize the number will be given to you in the exam. This number is called Avogadro's number. Okay, so Avogadro's number here is 6 times 10 power 23. شو يعني؟ يعني كل 1 mole فيها 6 times 6.0 times 10 power 23 particles. Okay, والparticles قلنا ممكن يكونوا atoms، ممكن يكونوا molecules, whatever. Now the question is, how many atoms are present in 5 moles? طبعا بما انه هاي 5 moles, I will write it under moles, so this is 5 moles. How many atoms? I will write here my question mark. Now what I will do cross multiply. الopposites ضرب واللي لحالها divide. So I will say 5 times 6.00 times 10 power 23 over 1. Okay, the answer will be D. Now I need the moles and he gave you the atoms. Okay, دائما رح نبدأ بالقانون اللي نحن حافظينه. 1 mole is equal to 6.00 times 10 power 23 particles. دائما بنبدأ بهاي. Okay, طيب. Now the question is how many moles؟ وين نحط لي question mark؟ عند المولز ولا عند البارتيكلز؟ طبعا عند المولز لأنه he is asking how many moles. So I'll put here question mark moles. طيب هلا عندي given هاي، وين أكتب هاي؟ هاي هون 1.2 times 10 power 24 atoms. Okay, now cross multiply. So it will be 1.2 times 10 power 24 times 1 over 6.00 times 10 power 23. The answer will be 2. Yeah, okay, now pause the video and do it by yourselves. Okay, also pause the video and do this by yourselves. Okay, so the answer will be Okay, so the answer will be D. Okay, now how do we interpret a balanced chemical equation in terms of moles, mass, and particles? Okay, now we have C. No number means 1 mole. O2, also no number means 1 mole. No number means 1 mole. Okay, so I have 1 mole of carbon, 1 mole of oxygen, 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Or I can say atom and molecule. تذكروا الأتوم is 1 والmolecule is more than 1. Okay, and no number, this is 1, this is 1. Now in terms of Avogadro's number, this is Avogadro's number. لو كان هون في 2 بتكون هاي 2 وهاي بتكون 2 وهون بتكون 2 times Avogadro's number. Okay, لو كان هون 3 نفس الشيء, we will use the same number. Okay, now the mass, I will speak about the mass now. When we do this is called the molar mass. شو يعني molar mass? Molar mass is the mass of 1 mole. كلمة molar يعني 1 mole. Now how do I calculate the molar mass? لاحظوا إنه أنا عندي هون NaNO3. Na1O3. Okay, I need to find the mass of Na and add it to the mass of N and add it to the mass of O3. هلا ال Na is 23 plus ال N is 14 plus oxygen is 16 ولكن I have 3 oxygens. So I will say 16 times 3, this is 48. So I will add all these 3 together and then I will get the answer. So the answer I think will be 85. Okay, now find the molar mass of MgOH2. You have Mg and OH كاملة 2. Okay, we will add them. Mg is 24. Here I have O plus H. O is 16. H is 1. So the answer will be 17. But be careful, I have all this multiplied by 2. So I have 17 times 2. This is 34. Plus 24, this will give you 58. Okay, now pause the video and do this. You have Na3, you have P, you have O4. Okay, Na is 23, but you have 3 Na, so this will be 23 times 3. P is 31, and O is 16 times 4. Okay, now calculate the mass in grams of a given element given its moles and vice versa. I want you to memorize this triangle. This triangle have mass, moles, molar mass. Okay, now if I want to find the moles, moles is equal to mass over molar mass. If I want the mass, this is equal to moles ضرب molar mass. Okay, yeah. Now the question is, how many moles are there in 5.6 grams of CaO? لازم يعطيني إنه Ca is 40 وال O is 16. Okay. طب I want the moles. Moles is equal to mass over molar mass. الماس هيو 5.6. Now the molar mass of CaO is, Ca is 40, I have 1 Ca, and O is 16, I have 1 O, so the total will be 56. So 5.6 over 56, the answer will be 0.1. Okay, now let's do another practice. What is the mass of 3 moles of H2S? تذكروا التريانجل. شو كان هون؟ هون عندنا mass وهون عندنا moles وهون عندنا molar mass. Okay, يلا pause the video and do this calculation. Okay, the moles is 3 times the molar mass H2S. H is 1 and I have 2, so this is 2 plus S is 32, so it will be 34. So 3 times 34, this is 102. Yellow, do this practice by yourselves. How many moles are there in 88 grams of CO2? هون أعطاكم المولر mass كامل, okay? Moles is equal to mass over molar mass The mass is 88 over the molar mass is 44. So this is equal to 2. Okay, yeah. A substance is formed from its component elements according to the following reaction. X plus Y gives me XY. When the reactants طبعا هدول. When the products هدول. If 45 grams of substance X. Okay, let me copy the reaction here with bigger handwriting. 45 grams of substance X reacts with Y to form 74 grams of XY. What is the mass of Y? Okay, اتذكروا إنه the mass of reactants is equal to the mass of products. How much should this one be? So Y is equal to 74 minus 45. The answer will be 29 grams. Okay, عشان أنا يوم أقول هاي 29 grams and I add 29 plus 45, this will give me 74. State the law. This is law of conservation of mass. Or you can say mass of reactants is equal to the mass of products. Now, what are the reactants? X plus Y. What are the products? It's X, Y. Okay, now we will go to lesson 5. Lesson 5 is classifying chemical reactions. Actually, we have 5 main types of chemical reactions, but here I mentioned only 4. Let's start with the first one. The first one هو combustion. Combustion reaction is very easy. Combustion يعني burning. Okay, what helps things to burn? Oxygen. بس تشوفوا oxygen بالreactants, this means the reaction is a combustion reaction. Let's see the examples. شوفوا هون هي الأكسجين. هون هي oxygen. Also oxygen. Also oxygen. Oxygen. Okay, so whenever you see reactants oxygen, this is a combustion reaction. Okay, طب هلا we have 2 types of combustion reactions. إما complete combustion أو incomplete combustion. I want you to compare these two together and tell me what is the difference. لاحظوا إنه هون عندنا CH4 نفسها، O2 نفسها، هون عندنا CO2 وهون عندنا CO وهون عندنا H2O نفسها. إذا بالcomplete combustion بيكون البرودكت CO2 وبالincomplete combustion بيكون البرودكت CO. اوكي، incomplete combustion يعني احتراق غير كافي، أكسجين ما بكفي. Okay, so instead of I get CO2, I will get CO because there is no enough oxygen. So this is called incomplete combustion. Okay, so what is combustion? Combustion is burning. It needs O2. عندنا نوعين. عندنا الcomplete. It produces CO2. وعندنا incomplete. It produces CO لأنه ما بيكون في أكسجين كفاية. Okay. طيب, let's continue. Okay, we spoke about this. Now the equation below is an example of طبعا وجود ال O2 يبقى هو combustion. طب لو قال لي هل هذا ال combustion complete or incomplete and justify your answer. طبعا بما أنه هون عندي طلع CO2 so this is complete combustion. طيب هلا تاني نوع synthesis. Synthesis means making. Making يعني I have more than one reactant and only one product. So I have something plus something. This will give me only one product. For example, if we mix eggs plus milk plus sugar plus flour plus oil and then we will get cake. Cake is only one product. So I have many reactants, one product. This is called synthesis. Synthesis means I have single product. Single, تذكروا S يعني single, okay? Single product. إذن I have many things making single thing. Okay, let's see the examples. Here I have 2 reactants and 1 product. Here I have 2 reactants, 1 product, 2 reactants, 1 product, 2 reactants, 1 product. Okay, here I have 2 reactants and 1 product. So whenever we have a single product, this means synthesis. Both starts with the letter S. Now decomposition is taken from the word destroy. How do I destroy this? I cut it into 2 pieces. Decomposition هو عكس synthesis. Here I have one reactant and many products. So the reactance is 1 and I divide it into 2. Also I can divide it into 4, whatever. لاحظوا 1 reactant 2 products, 1 reactant 2 products, 1 reactant 2 products, 1 reactant and 2 products. Okay? The third type is single displacement. Single displacement يعني بدل مكان. هون ال X is alone and Y and Z are friends. What happens? ال X طردت ال Y, so the Y is out, وال X set instead of Y. ال X صارت بدل ال Y ربيعت ال Z. Okay? طيب, what happens here? The pink and the blue were together. The blue is out and the green came with the pink. Okay, so single displacement means one replace another. هون في شرط كتير مهم بدي اياكم تنتبهوا له انه الاكس بيقدر يطرد الواي and sit instead of it only if it was stronger than y. لو الواي اقوى ما راح تقدر تترك الفرند تاعها. اوكي so x wants to kick y out only if x is stronger than y. مثلا هون what happened? I have Zn alone with Cu friend مع ال SO4. اوكي شو صار؟ Zn طردت ال Cu, now Cu is out, this one is out and Zn سوت friend مع SO4. Okay, let's see here. Here we have Mg and H مع Cl. اجت ال Mg طردت ال H out, H is out, alone, وال Mg اجت عملت ربيع مع ال Cl. Okay, I have Cu and Ag and O3. Now Cu طردت ال Ag is out and Ag sit here. This means that Zn أقوى من Cu. هون Mg أقوى من H. هون Cu أقوى من Ag. طب for me how will I know if a substance is stronger than ولا لا؟ لازم تطلع على هاي الرياكتيفيتي سيريز. هاي حتكون موجودة at the end of your exam هي والperiodic table. Okay? How will I use it? I will say Zn plus NaCl. Okay, there is no Zn. Let's say Mn. Okay? طيب هل حتقدر ال Mn تطرد ال Na out؟ تيجي ال Mn بدل ال Na وال Na يروح out لحاله. لو ال Mn is stronger than Na. If Mn was stronger than Na. اوكي شوفوا الموست اكتف فوق يعني هدول اقوى من اللي تحت. اوكي ليست اكتف يعني اللي فوق اقوى. Let's see where is Mn. Mn هون وال Na هون. مين اقوى؟ ال Na. إذا will the Mn kick the Na out? We will say no. Okay, no reaction. Because ال Na أقوى. So Na رح تضلها مع ربيعتها ما رح ترضى تطلع out. Okay. طب let me give you another one. Let's say K plus let's say AgCl. هل ال K بتقدر تطرد ال Ag out وتقعد مكانها يعني ال Ag تروح لحالها وال K تيجي مع Cl? Will this happen? Yes or no? هل ال K أقوى من Ag? Let's see. شوفوا وين ال K وين ال Ag. إذا ال K أقوى من Ag because it's above it in the reactivity series. إذا yes. ال K رح تطرد ال Ag وتيجي ال Ag out وال K تكون مع ال Cl. Okay? Let's do practice on this. Okay, the below equation is an example of BaHCl. BA شو صار هون؟ ال BA طردت ال H صح؟ ال H is out وال BA إجا عدال ال Cl. So this is single replacement. By referring to the reactivity series, which of the following reactions will occur? هل ال Ca رح يقدر يطرد ال Cu؟ Okay, خلينا نشوف وين ال Ca. Okay, وهي ال Cu. مين أقوى؟ ال Ca. إذا yes. طيب نشوف الCU مع الCA. هل الCU بيقدر يطرد الCA؟ CU ما بيقدر لأنه CU أضعف. So no. Let's say AG بيقدر يطرد NA. اوكي هاي NA وهاي AG. مين أقوى؟ ال NA أقوى. إذا ال NA will not go and let the AG replace it. Okay. طيب, another question. Now double replacement. Double replacement is very easy. It has no rules. هون ال X ربيعه Y وال W ربيعه Z. ببدلوا الأصحاب. هاي بدل هاي وهاي بدل هاي. ال Y بتيجي بدل ال W sorry بتيجي بدل X. X بدل W. So I will have X مع Z و W مع Y. This is double replacement, means to change places. Okay, now let's do practice on this. Write the type of the chemical reaction in the space. لاحظوا إن أنا هون عندي two reactants, one product. Okay, single product. I have single product, so this is synthesis. Okay, هون ZN HCl صارت ZN ربيعة Cl وال H is out. So this is single replacement. اوكي هون MgCO. لما تشوفوا رياكشن كبير دائما فكروا انه هذا double displacement. اوكي هون عندي one reactant and I destroy it into two products. So this is destroy decomposition. I have oxygen, so this is combustion. I have one reactant and I break it into two. So this is destroy or decomposition. I have LiI PbNO3. Okay, Li والPb بدلوا أماكن. So this is double displacement. Okay, والأخير one reactant is divided into two. So this is decomposition. Okay, now pause the video and repeat all these by yourselves. Now let's do another question. Okay, what are the reactants? K2CO3 solid. What are the products? K2O plus CO2. شو نوع الرياكشن؟ One reactant is divided into two, so this is destroy or decomposition. لو سألني شو يعني هاي المثلث؟ هاي مثلث يعني heat. يلا okay, we have two reactants and one single product, so this is synthesis. Okay, now آخر إشي لازم تعرفوه بلسن 6 هو compare between exothermic and endothermic reaction. Exothermic بتبدأ ب EX يعني exit. Thermic means heat. يعني heat will exit or I can say heat is released. هلا endo هاي بتبدأ ب N means in heat يعني heat is absorbed. Okay, طيب هلا when heat is released شوفوا كيف رسمة الجبل. رسمة الجبل بتكون هيك رايحة على تحت. هون الرياكتنس هون products. شوفوا كيف heat is lost. This is losing. Heat is exiting. بالendothermic بيكون رسمة الجبل هيك. This is going up. This is reactants. This is product. So this is absorbing and this is releasing. Okay? طيب, let's see what question you will get in the exam related to this. You will have this graph and they will say for you, does it represent exo ولا endo? Okay, شوفوا بنحطه لتحت السهم. This is going down, so this is lose heat, so this is exo. If it is going up, so this is gain heat, so this is endo. Okay, good luck in your exams, study well, and I'm looking forward your marks. Hope my video was beneficial for you and thank you for watching.